Hey everyone, come on in. It's time for our neighborhood chat. How are y'all doing today? I see we have people already in here today. I hope y'all are doing well. Let's see. We have Nez. Hey, sweet Nez, how are you doing? Welcome in. And there's my friend Crafty Songbird. Good to see you. So glad you're here, Nez. Good to see you both. How are y'all doing? I'm doing well. Um, Had to call my doctor again today. Oh, there's my twin Claudette. She's here. Welcome in. I love you, girl. Um, I'm glad you're doing well, Nez. Oh, there's Christina. Y'all hadn't seen the video. Christina's daughter is driving, and Christina's over to the passenger side, and she's like, "Okay, we're driving," but her daughter's driving. You have to go check that out. Anyway, I haven't heard from my doctor since last Wednesday, and today's Wednesday again. And I left a message and said, "Hey, when are y'all gonna do this procedure?" I mean, honestly, y'all, I didn't think about this. There's D. Hey, D, welcome in. Um, D has auctions, as y'all know. She was on with Yarn Again today, and she had a lot of fabric and things that she was selling. Y'all need to go over there and check Creations with D out. She has Creations by D. She has a new fur baby. Well, she's not new, but she just had surgery. You know, we women have to have female surgery sometimes. So D had that done for her puppy. Thank goodness, that was a good idea. Uh, did a making jewelry stream today, Angie. I shouted you. Oh, thank you, Naz. I'll have to go watch. Thank you. Um. Anyway, I called my doctor and said, please call me back and let me know when is all this going to be done. I'm ready to. Let's go. Let's get it on the road. But I got to telling James last night, and by the way, today is James's birthday. He's 58 today. I cooked him a birthday supper last night because he had to work today. But I went in May for my annual checkup for my heart, right? So this is when all this started about something's going on with your heart. That was in May. Okay, we're in the middle of July, and they still have not decided what date they're going to change my pacemaker out. Okay, to me, that might be some good news because it's not as bad as they think it is. But then again, why do you have me on hold? Come on, let's get this done. Okay, let's see who else is here. Hey, Gladys, how are you, honey? I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing okay today. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Oh, don't forget your snack. Oh, yeah, bring your snacks in. Oh, there's my brother, the costume jeweler. Y'all got to go over there and check him out. He's going to be having a live sale this weekend. He didn't have one last weekend. I checked out his video where he was riding around on his property. That was a good video. I hadn't commented yet, but anyway, that's my brother from another mother. But I got my free gift, CJ. I love the purse. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to show it off. I got all my stuff from my older purse. Really wasn't an older purse. I just had gotten it, but I transferred everything over, and now I get to sport the new purse that I won from your channel. CJ does awesome giveaways. Awesome giveaways. He also has videos, live sales. He does it all. Oh, Tracy, thank you, sweetheart. Y'all know I have to do this. Thank you for the super chat.
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 Thank you, Tracy.
You, Tracy.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, today's his birthday, and he wasn't supposed to work. And then he realized he was on the overtime schedule because we were going to go out and eat today. But I fixed him a birthday supper last night once we realized that he was on the overtime schedule. And then he turns around and goes back tomorrow night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and he's off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's crazy. I don't try to keep up with the schedule. I don't know what I'm going to do when he retires. I mean, he's going to have to find something to do because I can't have him around here all day, every day. Because today, since I've been here by myself, it's been like, oh, this feels, very calming. I had time to myself. Oh, I dressed up for y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed. Had my necklace and, I even wore a little pendant. I have all my jewelry on, polished my fingernails. I got a new headband in my hair. And I just got all dressed up for y'all. I did. I got my makeup on. Thank y'all for all the happy birthdays. Miss Southern Belle sent him a box, but we hadn't opened it yet because it has some of his birthday things in it. Oh no, CJ, what are you doing? You don't have me on here crying now. You can't do all that. What are you doing? Thank you. Thank you for the super chat.
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 Thank you, my brother. I love you.
You, my brother. I love you.
Oh, CJ, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is awesome. That is just stunning. I just love that. Oh, we will. You know we will. And you know where we'll be going. You know where we'll be going to get that supper. He knows where we are going to go eat a good seafood meal. He was talking about, let me tell you what, okay, I have to share this with y'all. Okay, so he calls and he has me on a call that has total of 7 people, okay? All these people are just talking. It was so much fun. It is so much fun in his chat. If y'all could just know CJ and just listen at the funny things that he says. He started talking about the first time that he and I met. And we drove up to pick him up at the hotel that he was staying. And this car just pulls up and he just starts walking toward us. I didn't say what kind of, I don't think I told him what kind of car. At that time I had my Sonata. And he just jumps in. And then James started talking about some protection that we had in our car, like if we needed it. And he was like, I just thought, okay, let's go get something to eat. I don't want to know about that. But to hear him tell it is hilarious, the way he tells how he met when he first met me. It is hilarious the way he tells the story. And if y'all don't know, CJ, he's all business. Well, I don't want to say all business, but he's business on his live sales and he likes to joke too. But when you get him like in an environment where it's just you and him or you and him and a bunch of other people that he's friends with, he is hilarious. He is hilarious. You would just love to be around him. And I know y'all say I go on and on about him, or y'all might not. I don't know what y'all say, but I don't care. I love him. He's my brother. Hey, Cher, how are you? Welcome in. Y'all have to go out. And he doesn't expect when people come into his live sales, if you want to purchase something, purchase. But if you don't, stay in the hen den and just enjoy the conversation. I mean, that's what I like about my chat. I just want you in here to enjoy the conversation, enjoy the chat, where there's no drama, no bullying, no doing anything ugly, just us having a good time and checking on our neighbors. Because you know what? Everybody needs to check on each other. I call this our neighborhood watch every week, where we watch out for each other. We check and make sure everybody's okay. If there's something going on with other people that we need to know about. Uh, CJ, I can't wait to tell James. You know that's gonna happen. Nora, the stock explorer. She's the cool kid of the block. CJ's the funny guy of the block. He always does. He could keep you on your toes all the time, making you laugh. He is hilarious. And then you have Nora, who I still don't believe she's the age that she says she is. And then, of course, we have Nez, the artist. She draws and paints and plays cool music on her channel. And I just have a lot of great neighbors. What can I say? Welcome in, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are here. Personal Chip and Dale dancer. I want that hamster. Well, you know where you can get one of these? I got these from, I know this is going to surprise y'all and it's going to shock y'all, but I got this from an auction, and I think I got it from Joe Mouse. She comes in here sometimes and chats, but I think I got this from Joe Mouse. But I had to have something because I'm not all savvy on doing all the little things where they say, hold on a minute, let me play this for you, and they thank you for the super chat, or they thank you for the super sticker, or they welcome you as a new member, which I'm never going to have members on my channel because, and I don't fault anybody that has memberships, because I'm a member of some channels. I mean, I am, but I'm personally not going to have it because I am not I'm an inclusive person, and I don't want to exclude anybody, because if you have, a lot of times when people have memberships, they do special things for their members, like special videos, special whatever. Well, I don't want you to think that the members and I are doing something special over here in this video and you don't get to see it, So I personally, I don't plan on ever having memberships. But I don't judge people that do, because like I said, I am a member of several channels. Backyard Hillbillies, welcome in. Thank you for dropping by. I was going to say welcome. That's funny. We will, CJ. We will. We'll think of you. I might go live. When that happens. Thank you, Christina. Of course, y'all know, if y'all know anything about me, green is my favorite color. And it's Berkeley's favorite color too. And she didn't know that until after she chose green. And then I told her my favorite color was green. But when she was here, there was a green marker and a purple marker. And she said, what's your favorite color, Gigi? And I said, well, mine's green. Mine's green. She said, no, your favorite color cannot be green today, because it has to be purple, because my favorite color is green and I get the green marker. So your favorite color today has to be purple. So if there's only one green, and she gets the green. She let me know that this past weekend when we had her. I wish y'all could have seen her jumping in that pool. That girl was jumping in that pool in the deep end. And I was like, oh, James, make sure you're watching her. Make sure you're watching her. It was just making my stomach just, oh my gosh. Hey, Selena, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I've been praying for you. I have. I'm about to go east side of the land to pick weeds. CJ, you be careful in this heat. Now, I know you don't want me taking care of you, but I am going to have to. I'm your sister now. I got to look out for my little brother. You be careful out there. Yeah, you did get right in. You jumped right in that car. Yeah, CJ does rock. He's awesome. Y'all need to visit his YouTube channel. He would welcome you in, but he's like me. He doesn't tolerate drama, bullying, any kind of negativity. You got to go because we got to keep the positive vibe going. I want that super chat hamster. Hey, Leon, how are you? Y'all go over and check out Nez. That was a video you made today, or did you go live? Y'all need to go over there and check Nez's video. She said she made a video, or she was live. I didn't see you live, so it must be a video. Because as I was getting dressed today, and I was trying to catch different lives chats so I could go in and speak and support, the people that support me and the people that I like to watch. I will, CJ. I love you. I'll tell him. Claudette's putting those channels up. If you want your channel dropped or any kind of special something that you are having on your channel or you're going to have or whatever, let Claudette know. I don't think she would mind dropping it if she can. Now, I don't know what all she can do, but she don't mind. She will not mind doing that. I'm going to the costume jeweler and see what it's all about. He seems very nice. He is, Gladys. He's wonderful. No, we are paying attention to your channel, Nez. Yours needs to be paid attention to. Stop saying that. Wait. Oh, hey, Yvonne. I almost missed you. I'm sorry. Welcome in. So good to have you. There's my friend Josie. It's always nice to see Josie in here. She is amazing. I love Josie. She knows that. She's a YouTube friend of mine. She is making me a junk journal that I kind of requested by the theme, but she's choosing everything to go in it, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it because I have so many ideas about this journal. But y'all need to go over there and check Josie's place out. And I probably said this before, but she loves hummingbirds. And I saw this little documentary video on YouTube. It talks about hummingbirds. It said that hummingbirds are very spiritual birds. And it was so interesting. And the whole time I'm thinking of Josie. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to tell Josie about this video about these hummingbirds. But she loves hummingbirds. Like I love owls. Well, hello, Helen. How are you? Welcome in. My grandmother's name was Helen. Yeah, it was. They used to call her Hell on Wheels. Josie has got an auction Friday, Saturday, and she has one on Monday. You get 10% off as my, yes, you do. I'm a member of Josie's channel, and it always pays. I mean, when I get something for Josie, any bit saved, and oh my gosh, have I got a story for y'all. I just remembered a story that I have to tell y'all. Y'all can let me know y'all's opinion on what I'm going to tell, but let me get to the end of the chat here. See if anybody else comes in. Angie can tell everyone my news. What is your news, Leon? I'm not sure I know. Are you asking me? Can you tell your news? Yeah, you can tell your news. Angie, talk about Trump. I don't do politics, but I mean, that was something else. That was some. But y'all know what? I will say this. Okay, I will say this. I told James in January or before, I said that what happened the other day was going to happen. And when it happened, James said, "Oh my gosh, you called it. You called it. You said this was going to happen." I said, "Yeah, I knew that this was eventually was going to happen." And it did. My heart goes out to the people that got injured, because of it. To me, it's a sad thing when people wish other people to not live. And, I mean, I don't think I have any enemies at this point in my life, but at one time I did. And I don't think I would even want that for them. I don't think I would. I've never been that hard in my heart. And I guess when you're a Christian, you can't be that hard in your heart. But I would never want that for somebody else, to wish them harm like that. And it just shocks me that people were saying the things that they were saying. And I don't want to say it shocked me. It really didn't shock me. It disappointed me. I used the wrong word. It disappointed me that we have come no further than that people would want that to happen. I mean, do you know how that looks? You think about the person. Would you want your family members or somebody to say that about you? If something happened to you or somebody in your family? I mean, you have to realize that's a human being. They have loved ones. They have people that love them and care about them. And, it's not all about what you see right when you see it. Like now you're looking at me. But me being on this video is not all of who I am. I have a life. I have a husband. I have children. I have grandchildren. We have a life outside this forum. In the same way with that person. So for you to wish harm on someone, you need to rethink yourself about what's going on with you. All right, CJ, I will. My goodness, I can't get my cursor in the right place. I am looking for a new computer. I am in search of, I think I told you this. Oh, yeah, your rain is headed my way too, Christina. My neighbor builds computers. But he's not going to completely build mine that I'm ordering. But, I'm on a laptop now, but I'm going to get a desktop. It's going to have a better camera. I don't even know when we got this laptop. I don't even know how old it is. It's got to be several years old. I can't remember. But I am looking for a new computer. I'm going to purchase one. All right. Y'all see my new headband? See it? I got it from Dragonfly Bees Resells. And not only did I purchase this one, but she sent me one that was black and white. Just sent it to me and said, "Thank you. Thank you for shopping with me." And I love this new headband. I don't know if she knows it or not, but I wear them all the time. Y'all know it. Y'all know I do. But she has sales, and I don't know if she has them on her channel by herself, like individually, or she collabs with different channels. I'm trying to think what she was on, whose channel she was on when I purchased this headband. I can't remember. But welcome in, Dragonfly. Today I made a video about 2 cat journals. Oh, I will go over and watch it, Josie. I have to tell y'all the story. I can't forget it because I want y'all's opinion on it. Give me one of these, please. Oh, okay, Leon. Sometimes we have to make decisions in our life that's good for who we are and what makes us who we are. So I completely respect your decision. I understand that sometimes we have to do that. Hey, the Bud Files. Welcome in. Yes, it is. Yes, Naz, true. Oh, there's Nana Tink. Nana, do I have you? I know you send me things because I order things from you, but I got something I want to send you, Nana. Um, I'm glad you're here, but I think, y'all, I'm bad about opening my things from people and just taking the box and just, putting it where James can take it outside. I don't know why I don't keep the address. But Nana, send me your address where you are in the north now, because I got something I want to send you. Let me put my email in the I come across it the other day and I said, oh, Nana Tink needs this. And I'm decluttering. I'm trying to get out. That's my son's famous new word is declutter. But we dropped Berkeley off. We met halfway so they could have a lunch for James because Matt wanted to celebrate his dad's birthday, which is today, but we celebrated Sunday with him. But so we met up and Matt come to the car to help Berkeley get out of the car and everything while James was helping me. He said, why did you send all that stuff back with Berkeley? I said, well, you better be glad that it was just that little bit. I could have sent a lot more. He said, Mom, I'm trying to declutter now. I said, well, keep decluttering, but that's what she wanted to bring with her, and that's what I sent. I'm the Gigi. That's my position. I'm just playing my position. I mean, just because I'm good at my position, do not fault me. Well, when Grandma, Dad's mom would send stuff when we were growing up, you didn't really like that. I said, I've asked forgiveness for that. I've asked forgiveness for that. And he just laughed. But I always send stuff that I purchased for Berkeley that I'm not going to give her for Christmas or her birthday. I'm talking about little things, not anything huge. I mean, I sent markers back, a couple of stuffed animals. What else did I send with her? I mean, it was a whole box. Oh, play money. I can't remember all what else. Oh, ducks. These little ducks that go in the bathtub. I packed it all up here, and she would say, Gigi, can I take this home with me? And I would go, yes, baby. Yes, baby, you can take it home with you. And I was laughing the whole time because I knew Matt was going to say something. Bye, Nez. Love you. Okay, so. Oh, thank you, Dragonfly. So I had a thing with AT&T. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever had to deal with AT&T before. And I'm talking about not on a nice level. Okay? Bye, Leon. Yes, we're going to support your channel. Hey, Pamela. Okay, so if y'all ever want to see me agitated, start having me deal with AT&T. Then you can see me agitated, okay? I start off And I let them know right off the bat when I get somebody on the phone. They're like, well, how are you today? And I said, well, it depends on how this phone call goes, which is not true because I'm going to be the way I am regardless, but they don't know that. And so I've had tried to get in touch with them 3 days. 3 days. First day I called, it was going to be a waiting of hour before they could answer the phone. And they give you the option where so you can have them call you when you're next in line. You know what I'm saying? Then the next day I called, it's going to be a 30-minute wait. Today I said, okay, well, let me do the option of them calling me back and see if they'll really call me. And they did. And I got this lady. Her name was Angel. Can you imagine that? Her name was Angel. I don't know. Maybe God, I know God probably planned it that way. Well, I didn't know this, but my internet bill went up $5 a month. Now, 5 times 12, okay, is 60. Isn't it? I think so. Yeah. I don't math very well. But you can figure it up. 12 times 5. So I don't like to be shocked when I am on a budget and I get a bill that there's a difference in my bill and I'm not expecting it. Now, a lot of people don't think $5 is a lot, but you times that times 12, then you're giving that much more money to a place that's supposed to be excellent service. So James and I left AT&T with our cell phones years ago. I had divorced them. I had to divorce AT&T because we had a love-hate relationship, okay? And they were stressing me out. We had been with them for over 30 years. And I had just about be on the phone with them every other day about something on the cell phone, something on the internet. But around where I live, you can't get many choices of internet service, okay? Because I live in such a rural area. So I have no other choice but to pick AT&T. Well, half the time my internet service does not work. I can and I know why. I've had technicians out here 4 different times and it's not inside my house. It's on the outside and they will not fix it because it's up on a light pole and they're burying those fiber optic lines and they don't want to fix that because that'll cost money because they're running the lines under the ground. Well, they hadn't got to me yet. So my internet goes in and out, in and out. The sun can be shining and it's in and out, in and out. Well, I'm paying this money to not even have service half the time and they want to go up $5. And then she had the nerve to tell me this is to improve your service. I said, no, ma'am, this is not going to improve my service because I already know what's wrong with my service and you will not fix it. AT&T has told me they will not fix it. Oh my gosh. And I was like, lady. And then she started saying, well, I can lower your bill if you want to get your cell phones with us. I said, are you really trying to sell me a cell phone service when I've explained to you that I don't even want your wireless internet service? Are we really going there? I cannot believe you actually, trying to sell me something when I don't even want what I have, but I have to have it. Okay. Needless to say, we went round and round. And I said, I know you have to have a job and I know you have to get paid, to support your family. But how do you work for a company that pretends like they're giving you something? Oh, they're giving you something, all right, but it's not what you want. And then really, they're not giving you anything. I mean, how can you sleep at night? I mean, that's one reason I left the bank. Because I'm going to tell you something. Banking is not for Christians. If you are a really faithful Christian, you cannot work in the banking world because they will, I'm telling you, banking is not an easy place to work in if you're a Christian. It's not. Because they take, and they act like they are giving you something. And they're giving you nothing. nothing nice. But anyway, I went round and round with AT&T. I did get my bill lowered $5 less than what it originally was. So I felt like that was an accomplishment. But I mean, really, you're going to hike my bill up? That's our rite of passage. Don't for our kids and do, but our grandkids. That's a different idea altogether. I always heard, raise your children, spoil your grandchildren. Spoil your children, raise your grandchildren. That's what I always heard. Raise your children, spoil your grandchildren. Spoil your children, raise your grandchildren. That's what I always heard. Yes, I don't either. If I didn't have to have it, which we're going to get the satellite in the sky. You have to buy the equipment. I don't, is it Elon Musk? What is his name? It's not Elon Musk. CJ has it. CJ has this internet. It runs off a satellite, and you just buy the equipment and you pay. I think it, and look, I don't mind paying for a good internet service if it's going to work. If it's going to work when I want it to work, I don't mind paying it. But you're going to try to raise my internet when I'm not even getting it half the time? I mean, come on. Y'all would be surprised how long it takes for one of my videos to upload. I can go outside, go to the end of my driveway, and go and get away from my Wi-Fi, and my videos will upload faster than when I'm on my internet service. And then she had the nerve to say, how many devices do you have on your internet service? Really? Are you trying to say that it's my fault that I don't have internet service? Come on, lady. I said, it's just myself and my husband here. And right now he's not here. And I'm on my phone. It's on my TV. And I named a couple other things that we have on our Wi-Fi that we don't use all the time. I said, don't try to turn it around and make it seem like I have so many things on my internet that's why it's not working. I mean, really? I could see it would slow it down, but I mean, it shouldn't not be working. As soon as I get off the phone with her, I go to try to get on the internet and I get this circle. It's just spinning. It's not even working then. Thank you, Christina. Hey, Laura, how are you? I'm on my soapbox again today, Laura. Hey, GJ Threeful. Christina, all I can say is bless your heart. You deserve medals, rewards, trophies. If you work for AT&T and retired for them, hands down, you win. I do not see how people do it. And they're supposed to be the end all of end alls, like the greatest thing ever. Not to me. It's like a bad relationship. I mean, it's like being in a bad relationship. I'm not kidding you. It is. It is, Nana. It is. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Claudette. I worked briefly in sales. They threatened us daily if we didn't upsell on every call. It was insane. Oh, she tried to upsell all right, but I said, I'm not having that. No. Hey, Lori, my friend. How are you? Welcome in. I have 2 giveaways today that I'm going to do. this is my question. Why try to sell anyway if someone says no? They'll do it. Tucker Carlson? No, this is somebody that has their own internet service. James would hear. He was here. He would know all that. That's a good one. Raise your kids, spoil your grandkids. Spoil your kids, raise your grandkids. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, it does make perfect sense. Y'all, I'm not kidding y'all. If I had to be responsible to raise one of my grandchildren, I would do it because I would not want them to go into a place that that wasn't their family. But y'all, I'm at the age now and the health that I could not do it every single day. I am not kidding you. I love my 2 grandbabies. Wouldn't take anything for them. Would die for them. But I'm here to tell you, I could not go through. And it's not just the getting tired and physical tiredness. It's not just that. It's not just that. It's the way the world is now and having to go through the whole school thing again. Now, I was a parent, James and I were, that we didn't have to sit down with our children and do homework. You know how some parents have to sit down and, okay, make sure their child gets their homework done and sit at the table and help them figure out how it's done. We were blessed. We didn't have to do that. I mean, our children did their homework. They comprehended real well. So we didn't have one of those children that we just had to pull our hair out and have to say, what makes you think you don't have to do homework? You know you have homework. Why haven't you done it? You know, I've had friends that literally had to sit by their child when they were in school. And I'm not talking about elementary school. I'm talking about high school and junior high and make sure that they had their homework done. Come on. You know you have homework. Grandparents are hypocrites. They let their grandchildren get by with more than their children. I don't know if that's hypocritical, but I do let my grandchildren get away with more. And that's because it's my children's responsibility to make their children be good citizens of this world. I have raised my 2 children. I'm not raising grandchildren unless I have to. My position as a grandparent is to love my grandchild and spoil them, not to the point of nobody wants to be around them spoiled, but to love them unconditionally without having to be responsible for them. That's the difference between parent and grandparent. I'm going to spoil my baby rotten. Yeah. My grandmother spoiled me rotten too. Hey, Michelle, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm listening to do a giveaway. I called the doctor today to see when they're going to set up the procedure to do the new pacemaker. Matt told me Sunday, he said, Mama, why don't you come to Haley's hospital where she works? Because my daughter-in-law is over the pharmacy in the ICU unit of the hospital. And he said, she knows all the doctors. She knows everybody in that hospital knows her. They know me because I'm in physical therapy. Why don't you just come to there and just, get medical treatment there? And so if they don't get on the ball of doing what they're supposed to do, because, Dr. Hoagland is a new doctor. I had Dr. Fight. And if he don't get off his tush and get something done, I may go to my daughter-in-law where she works, her hospital, and just go through the emergency room and just see what they can do. I mean, it's always scary to me to go to a new place and new doctors. I mean, because they're all human like we are, and they just went to school to learn more about the profession that they're in, but they go home at night and they have the same, they have feelings and emotions and they get tired and they make mistakes. That's why I can't believe people that don't believe in the higher power how they even make it, because we're all human. I can't put my complete trust in man, and I won't, but I will trust a doctor enough to let him do a procedure on me, which I'm going to have to, because if I don't, I'm not going to live. Eventually my battery will run out. Even if I don't get this procedure, eventually my battery will run down and I would leave this world, So to some extent, I have to have trust in a doctor to believe that they can do what they said they were going to do. And I had complete trust in Dr. Fike. Dr. Fike was wonderful. But Dr. Hoagland let me know quickly that he was not Dr. Fike and that he would not be going with me to get my MRIs done anymore. That he wasn't hands on like Dr. Fike. Now he did tell me that when I first met him. He said, I don't do like Dr. Fike. I mean, he kind of insinuated that Dr. Fike treated me special, which he did, because he would call me at home and check on me, and he would. I have to say he did treat me special, but I'm sure he did all of his patients that way. I'm sure it wasn't just because it was me, because I'm not really that special, but he would call me and he would go anytime I would have to have a test done, he would be there. But all doctors are not the same. And I understand that. And I looked at him and I said, okay. Oh, coffee. That will go with our pizza. But Nana Tink, I know she won't mind me telling this. Her husband had a heart transplant. They took his heart out and put somebody else's in. And I had a friend, her husband had that done. I cannot even imagine trusting a doctor that much. You have to believe in the higher power and such as that, I would think. But I got to thinking, I try not to think on it too much, but I got to thinking, okay, my heart rate was 38 when they got me to the hospital when I had to have my pacemaker to begin with. If I only had to have my battery replaced, that it wouldn't mean that it would not interfere with the beating of my heart whatsoever. Well, in this case, he has to pull this pacemaker out. Okay, does that mean my heart rate goes back down to the 30s? Yes. Does that mean that my heart has potentially a chance of stopping when he does that? Yes. So how long is it going to take him to get the new pacemaker in before my heart rate goes back up so it will not stop in midstream? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he could get me in surgery, take the old pacemaker out, boom, my heart stops, bam, he hits me with the pads, but I can't go there. I can't go there in my mind, but I am going to ask him when I see him, when I go, I'm going to say, look, how does this work? You pull the old pacemaker out. How long before you get the new one in that I'm going to be on some device that's helping my heart pump? Because eventually it is going to stop beating when it's down to 38 beats a minute. Okay? How long do you have? It must be their policy to try to sell. Oh, yeah, it is. My personal thoughts on homework is they really shouldn't have to do homework when they go to work. You don't bring your work home with you, but I made my son do it anyways. You just don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it. Well, I worked at the school, and when I worked at the school, they didn't give homework like we had growing up. That was just almost didn't happen. But I can see from being on the other side why they would give homework. But a lot of parents do not want to get involved with their children in school. A lot of people have the thought, well, I send them to school. The teacher is there to teach them. See, I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. Yeah, the teacher's over there to teach them. But I taught my children at home also. I didn't just leave it up to that teacher to teach my child. Just like I'm not going to leave it up to the preacher to teach my child about God. You know, I think the parent has a responsibility to do things. And I think a parent has a responsibility to teach their children things, to teach them things about spiritual things, about school, about different things. You shouldn't just have in your mind, oh, I'm just going to send my child to school. It's the teacher's job to teach them. No, we taught our children here at our house different things. You know, the more I thought I could teach my child to be ahead of the game over there without them, because number one, it embarrasses the child. Number two, I've seen teachers that set children in corners because they don't want to deal with them anymore because they don't learn as fast enough. You know, the children feel left out because they're not up with everybody else. No. I mean, that's just my feeling. Oh, that's my plan, Claudette. That's my plan. Hey, Brandy, welcome in. But see, Dr. Hoagland is new to me. I got assigned to him, you know, just like I got assigned a new neurologist when Dr. Chandler left. You know, they just pass your folder on to the next one that doesn't have as many patients, and you get to have another doctor. Which I don't fault Dr. Fite for retiring because he deserves it. He was in his 70s. This man needed to have a life besides being a heart doctor, but he loved being a heart doctor. You could tell Dr. Fite, it was just who he was. It was just part of him. You know, he loved being a heart doctor. You could tell it was just his calling. Now, I hadn't been around Dr. Hoagland enough to know if I feel the same way about him. And Dr. White was just easy on the eyes. He was good looking, nice. That's the first thing I thought of when he come in the room. I'm glad he knows a lot about the heart, but he sure is a good looking guy. He probably was in his late 30s, maybe early 40s. His name was Dr. White, and he was a cutie. Pam. Did I miss somebody? All right, let's do our first giveaway. Yeah, it is hard. I feel like it's putting too much on a child when they come home. They should only be able to just relax and play. To a certain extent, I agree with that, Lori. But I might have a different opinion. You only get better by being around people that, like in a sport. Why do you want to play a sport where you dominate that sport and you're playing with children that don't know as much as you? You only get better by playing a sport with people that are better than you, that can play the sport better than you. You know, why does a 10-year-old want to play with 6-year-olds? Why does a 10-year-old want to play with 7-year-olds? I mean, no, you only get better by playing with children that are can play the sport better than you, you know? And like I said, my mentality may not be right. Hey, Boatman, welcome in. Oh, thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I bet you did. That's the way I would feel. I feel that way now. I just feel like it's in your hands, Lord. I can't change it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know what day it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. I'm going to get a new pacemaker. All right. The giveaway that I have today See how much more I have. Make sure nobody else came in. I feel teaching never stops. School teaches kids academics. At home, you have to teach lessons and love. My grandkids go to a private Christian school and they have homework. My son and daughter-in-law are very active, encouraging the kids. Yes. Yeah, he does. He does have great ratings. He does. I mean, he may have too many patients. And I'm thinking he hadn't got to me because he knows if I get to where I can't breathe or something happens, I'll go to the emergency room, and he can do it then, which I don't want it to get to that point. I don't want to have to get so bad that I have to go to the emergency room, because the emergency room that I would have to go to is 45 minutes away, unless I stopped at the one that's 11 miles away, which then they would put me in an ambulance and rush me to the one that's 45 minutes. They wouldn't even see me at the one that's 11 miles away with my heart. They're just one of those hospitals that kind of just like put a Band-Aid on it. I guess I think like that because I was in the school. My teachers and principals lived in my neighborhood. They knew my mama and grandma. They were in sync with my learning, but it's not so now. No, it's not like that now. Thank you, Michelle. Well, the first time I got my pacemaker, I had got it on. I got it on Friday. I was back at work Monday because my boss at the library called and she said, "How many days do you want to take off? You want to take off a week, 2 weeks?" I said, "No, I'll be back Monday." She's like, "What?" I said, "Girl, I was working half dead Friday when I didn't realize that my heart was so bad. And now that I got a pacemaker, I'm fine. I'll be back Monday." I only had, the cut right here and the stitching where they put it in. And I was back at work Monday. Now this one, I may have to stay in the hospital overnight with this since I'm getting a whole new one. But if it was a battery replacement, it would only be like an outpatient thing. So I may have to stay overnight with them putting this new one in to make sure that it's still, that all the leads are where they're supposed to be and all that. I'm thinking, I don't know. Yeah, that's how much I love my job at the library. I was like, no, I will be back Monday. You don't have to worry about it. Which at a job, I was always like that. I didn't find reasons to not go to work. I mean, if I had a headache, I went to work. I was like, well, I can have a headache at work. Why do I want to stay home? If I had the monthly problem, no, I went to work. If I didn't feel good, I had, whatever, I went to work. The only way I didn't go to work is if I had something that I thought somebody else could catch. And then I was like, no, I don't need to show up there because I don't want everybody else to get this. But other than that, I didn't call in because when I broke my ankle, 2 weeks after I broke my ankle and I had 2 plates and 10 pins, I went to work. Well, no, I can't say 2 weeks. Probably after the 6th week on one of those knee scooters, where you put your knee on there and you scoot around and you have the boot on. I went to work like that. I mean, I no work. Nothing ever stopped me from doing my job, and that's what it blows my mind about today. People don't want to work. And I don't understand that. I don't understand it. And it's not just today. It's been like that a while. Anyway, I got this. I think I got this from Josie's place. This cross necklace. I got that as a giveaway. And I honestly think I got this from Josie too. And Josie knows how much I love bracelets. And I got this bracelet. And I get these from Nana Tink all the time. It's like a little loofah thing. You put your bar of soap in it. And you lather this up. And you wash with this. It's really cool. I have several of these. And I've given several of these away to friends and my sister and different people. But it's going to be a choice of these three things. So here we go. All right. We're going to say, all right. I know there's not very many in here, but that gives y'all a greater chance of winning. So put your number in. The ones that won last week, your package did go out, and it should be getting to you in a couple days. One number, Brandy. Are you choosing 19? All right. Does everybody have their number in? Oh, you stick with 19? Okay. And as y'all know, I have the famous bingo. She picked 19, Michelle. Oh, let me put this in the. All right, let's see. Let's turn it this way. $43 is not going to work. This is going to be high too because it's a yellow one. Berkeley wants this so bad. These yellow ones keep coming up. They're in the 40s. You know how bingo is, you know? Oh, this one will be a good number. Okay, that won't be a good number. Can't use 73. Yellow and green keep coming out. Red. Let's see what red is. I'm not going to get a good number. Oh, yeah, this is a good number. $13. Who won? 13. I saw somebody put 13. 11, 12. Lori, you are a lucky little girl. All right, do you want the loofah and the soap, or do you want the bracelet or the cross necklace? What do you want, Lori? I'll wait for her to tell me. The necklace, please. Okay. Let me put your name on it. I want to show y'all my pen. Look at this. Look at this pen. It's crazy. Lori. I think I have your address, Lori. Lori wins a lot on my channel. We're going to do another giveaway. So y'all just hang in there. It's a cool little pen. I got this. Oh my goodness. May have been, I don't know whose channel. I get so many things. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so let's just talk about a new topic here. All right, I know that I emphasize this a lot and I talk about this a lot, but y'all, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even know if it's worthy to even talk about, but it just blows me away. It just absolutely, it just, I mean, with everything going on in the world, the childness of adults. Um, oh, I got it from Nana. Okay. Thank you, Nana. Uh, it's a proven fact that people can grow in age. Like, I'm 57 years old, but people can have a mentality of a 10-year-old, a teenager in their 20s. I mean, just because your body is 57 years old doesn't mean that your mind is that old. And I'm not talking about there's something wrong with you and you're challenged. No, I'm not talking about people that are challenged because they can't help it. Okay, people that are challenged, but you have people that are not challenged that cannot not be childish. uh I don't know how that works, except I grew up with someone that was like that, my mother was like that. It always had to be uh about her, the drama. She was the victim. She always everything was always so bad, and I really don't understand that. I honestly have never wanted to be the victim, never played the victim when I was the victim. They just have this victim mentality, like, everybody's doing something to them. I know all these platforms on YouTube cannot be positive. I understand that because everybody in the world is not positive. And I'm sure it has something to do with how people were brought up in the environment that they were brought up in that causes them to get stunted mentally or emotionally. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. But also, I know I've had to work through a lot of different stages in my life to be able to grow up mentally and emotionally. And I don't see why everybody else does not try to do that. Um, I don't want to say I laugh at it, but it is almost comical. The people demanding so much attention. And if you don't give it to them, they pout, they cry, they start gossiping about you, they start saying that you're not a good person. And then you have the ones that cause the drama for people that don't deserve it, just saying, yeah. Um, and let's don't even get started on the narcissism. We wanted that's for another live chat, the narcissism. Which I know it takes all kinds to get this world to rotate the way it does. It takes every type of person in the world. But what I mainly am talking about are the people that, you can only be a victim if something happens to you and you didn't cause it. That's the only way you can be a victim. I'm a victim of my illness because I didn't cause myself to get this. We kind of know where we think it come from. We think it come from the water here in our town being contaminated. All right. My internet went out. I guess AT&T is toying with me today because I was kind of aggressive toward the sales lady. I'm telling you, this is what my internet does all the time. The wind blows, the sun is shining outside, and my internet goes out. It's crazy. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see how many people we have come back in, if they want to join us again, or if they got other channels to go to. Um, I'll find these all over my floor if I don't put them back in here. It just stopped. It just stopped. It was crazy. That's what I have to deal with. And then I have to pay a monthly fee for them to, and what they don't understand is I have this app on my phone where I send my reads for my pacemaker. And I have to set this machine on my pacemaker, this little handheld thing, and go through this app on my phone, which requires Wi-Fi, right? Well, if I don't have that, I can't send those reads to my doctor. So, I have to have my Wi-Fi. It's crazy. I'm glad the ones that stayed are still here. I'm down to 4. Maybe some people will come back and join. If not, later on in a few minutes we'll have to say goodbye. But we're not. We're gonna stay on a few more minutes because I have another giveaway I want to do. But Lori won the first giveaway. So what's going on with the 4 that's in here? What have y'all been doing? How is y'all's life? Yeah, that is a whole different situation. And I told the lady on the phone, I said, lady, I have to have my internet, for medical reasons. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Which I can't expect them to. Here's the thing. When you don't expect something from people, you don't ever get disappointed. That's what I tell people. Don't expect anything. But when it comes, be grateful. Because I'm talking about expect anything from anybody. Because people are fickle. Oh my goodness, they're fickle. One day they like you, and then you can say something, or they think you said something, and then they don't like you anymore. But the day before that, they loved you, But then after you said what they think you said, which you may not have said it or not, you're mud. They don't like you anymore. So people are fickle. You have to be careful with people. Don't attach yourself to emotionally to too many people. Love people for who they are, but don't emotionally attach yourself to people because they will disappoint you. I've disappointed people in my life. People's disappointed me, and and I've disappointed. So, it's just part of our emotions and who we are. But I'm the type of person, I'm not going to like you one day and then not like you the next day. I might not agree with everything you say or do, but my caring about you and loving you and wanting you good things to come into your life, that's not going to change. Now, if I know that you have talked ugly about me, I'm still going to love you, but I'm probably going to distance myself from you because I don't want that to happen again. Because obviously you can't be trusted. And there's a difference between love and trust. There's a big difference. You can love someone and not trust them, and you can trust someone and not love them in a relationship way. You know what I'm saying? Not a generic, I love people, but I'm talking about in a relationship. You can love and not trust, and you can trust and not love. I mean, it's just that simple. But if you have both in a relationship, if you have love and trust, you're going to have a good relationship. Hey, sis Angel, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you today? Y'all all know that Angel has auctions on her channel on Saturday. And you can go over there and see Angel and Frank. They've been buying these bins with a lot of stuff in them. And they've been buying those and selling things out of that, which I think is really going really well for them. I'm so glad you made it in, Angel. So good to see you. I know a lot of people are not into auctions like I am, and I can appreciate it, but that's not the only channels I watch. I watch other channels too. I don't just watch auctions. But when you come to my live chat, like Claudette, she's a good supporter of my channel. She's my twin. I call her my twin. She and I have a lot in common. And she's living my life in Canada, and I'm living her life here in the United States. But she doesn't have videos on her channel, but I'll support Claudette and anything that she does. I mean, she and I talk through other social media outlets, and we keep up with each other. So she is my friend outside YouTube. Several of you are my friends on Facebook. I don't post a lot on Facebook like I used to when it come out. I think I joined Facebook back in 2009. I think it was 2009. I can look and see, but I think it was 2009. And yes, we are. Hey, Sassy Mary. There's my Sassy Mary. I love me. I love me some Sassy Mary. Now, Sassy Mary is on with Tracy Cakes and Colleen, the original OG. She kind of keeps them straight, if that's even possible, because I don't even know if that's possible. But Sassy Mary is the one that kind of keeps the ball rolling and everything moving along and makes things real easy. And if you don't know Sassy, you're missing out, because she's wonderful. She's a beautiful lady, inside and out. I can't say enough about Sassy Mary. I just love her. She's so sweet. She's crocheting me something right now, and she's had I guess she has arthritis in her hands, like I do. I have arthritis in this hand. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but it's in this right here. When I go to my doctor, the nurses say, I see your arthritis is angry today, because she can see that it's flared up and it'll be red and all that. And she says, oh, I see your arthritis is angry. And I'm like, no, my arthritis is not angry. I'm angry, but not my arthritis. But that's how she refers to it. Oh, I didn't know you had MS, Sassy. See, that's something new I learned about Sassy. I did not know that. I did not know they originally thought I had MS. When they started trying to diagnose me, when they realized it wasn't cancer, they thought maybe I had MS. And my daughter-in-law was like, looking at me real funny, like, oh my gosh, I hope it's not MS. But it wasn't MS. This is when I was able to walk. and I was still ambulatory. But I'm so glad you're here, Sassy Mary. It's so sweet of you to come in. Sassy is a good supporter of channels. She calls her husband the old man. I think that's so cute. She says the old man is usually in the fall. He watches a lot of football. I know that much. And does Tracy and Colleen have an auction tonight? Sassy, are they going? Do they have an auction? I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it. Not tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, you can find people that are like, I find people that are like me, and Colleen might come on. Oh, okay, gotcha. I usually go over to Lisa. That's Lisa's new adventure. That's who she's talking about. She has an auction, and she has a good auction too. But I'm usually drawn to people that have things that I have that are in common with me. But I have been drawn to people that do not. But I am not drawn to people that have drama and play the victim and are nasty all the time to people and demand if you don't come in their channel, they're not coming to yours. I'm going to go to people's channel if I like them, whether they come in here or not. I'm not going to make it a rule. Well, if you don't support my channel, I'm not going to your channel. No, why do I want to control you like that? I mean, you have a mind of your own. If you want to go over to other people's channel, go. I'm not going to try to keep you from doing that. But then you'll have some people that'll say, well, if you don't support me, I'm not supporting you. Don't be like that. Do you know how many people that's out there? I saw that, Sassy Mary. She took a picture of it. Colleen took a picture of a tornado in the sky. She was out in her car selling, doing an auction from her car. She showed a picture of a tornado that was like a block from her house. No joke. I saw it. It was just crazy. Oh, Colleen don't has. Oh my goodness. When Hurricane Katrina went through in 1990, when was that? 2000 and I don't even remember now. We were without power for no people we knew that we went to church with was without power for 2 weeks. We were without power for 2 days. Well, James was taking his truck, going around getting people's deep freezers, loading them up, deep freezers that was full of meat and vegetables and all that. He was loading them up in his truck and bringing them to our carport and running extension cords and all that, so all the people's things would not ruin during that time that they didn't have lights. They didn't want all their food and meat and all that to ruin. We had a good friend of ours park his camper in our yard because his family didn't have lights for weeks. I'm telling y'all, going without lights is not fun. It is not fun at all. Nope. We are so spoiled to electronics. It would, oh my goodness, I hate to see the day that the grid goes down, and it's coming, that we don't have Wi-Fi for several days or weeks, and we can't communicate with each other. It is going to be crazy. Now, my age people and older, can remember when we didn't have Wi-Fi. So we know what it's like to live without it. So I think we would be able to survive. We wouldn't like it, but we'd be able to survive. These children that were brought up with electronics and Wi-Fi and all that, they're not going to be able to make it. They are going to not know what to do. I'm telling you. Yeah, he is a good man. He is. He was amazed when we got married. See, he lived in Louisiana, and down in Louisiana, he was brought up, if somebody did a favor for you, then you did a favor for them. It was like tit for tat. But here in Mississippi, and he didn't believe this until he married me and lived here. People just help people. You know, they don't expect anything in return. If you're in need of help, then somebody out there is going to help you. If you're part of a community, especially if they know you are connected to this person and that person's a good person and all that, they're going to come to your aid. Well, James didn't really believe that happened because in Louisiana where he lived, that didn't happen. It was like, oh my goodness, if somebody does something for you, then you're going to have to turn around and do something for them. And so that's one reason James loves living here. Now, he calls this a little Mayberry. I call it a little Peyton place because I know everybody and I know how the gossip goes around. And when I was out in the working world and my children were at the school, I knew things about in my family before that. They knew things about my family before I even knew it. You know, I have been stockpiling not for anything you can eat, but if there's a yarn shortage, I'll be prepared. Yeah, Sassy Mary, she's got the yarn going on. One thing about it, Sassy Mary, you can sit in your house and crochet the whole time that it's daylight, and you could probably do it in the dark since you're so good at it. And you'll just let the world just go by and not even worry about the grid going down. You'll be like, oh, I've been here before. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. I miss you, but I'm going to do my crocheting right now. She's so funny. She does beautiful work too. Beautiful. You know, my mother used to crochet. I never learned it. I never learned how to crochet. I never learned how to make quilts. My grandmother made quilts. My grandmother made our clothes when I was in elementary school. And one time when I was in the second grade, we had to have a paint. You know how you finger paint? We had to have a little jacket thing so we wouldn't get paint all over us. And instead of my grandmother going and buying something, she made my little jacket. And everybody at the school was like, oh my gosh, your grandmother made that? That is gorgeous. We just love it. And I was so proud of that little thing. I wish that I had that right now. It brings back so many good memories. But she did. But she quit sewing our clothes as we grew up. But she made quilts and I would come home from working and she would be in her chair and in the living room and she'd be cutting out patterns. She just didn't do those cut out squares and just make quilts. She had a pattern in her quilt and she sold her quilts. And to me, she sold them too cheap. She didn't really think they were worth what they were really worth. And I would try to tell her, Mama, you need to sell them for more than that. No, honey, I'm not going to sell them for more than that. And she wouldn't. She would, sell them. Back then, she would sell them really cheap. But nowadays, quilts go really high. A lot of money. if you want a good homemade quilt, they do. I want to thank you all for staying here with me today and being with me in this live. As soon as I find out something about my procedure, about replacing the pacemaker, I am going to let y'all know. They haven't called back today, but when I heard the voicemail, it said, give us 24 hours to get back in touch with you. And so, it could be tomorrow before I hear from them. But I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all know that. Claudette is my lady that goes around to different auctions. She and I meet up in auctions every day, 3 or 4 auctions at a time. We will meet up together and see each other in auctions. I'm going to be like my son. I'm going to have to start decluttering things and get some things out of here. That's for sure. Because if something happens to me right now, my children are going to come in here and they're going to say, what was mama thinking? All this stuff that she got from YouTube and all this stuff she bought on the auctions, what are we going to do with this stuff? They wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, I try to push it out the door to my daughter, my son, Berkeley, my neighbors, my friends. I mean, as soon as somebody comes over, I'm saying, oh, I got what you need. I got something you need. That's the way I started out. I got something you need. And I'll go get it and they'll say, okay, how much do you want for it? I'm like, no, I'm trying to declutter. You go ahead and take it. I don't want you to pay me for it. But I didn't realize I was accumulating so much stuff. I didn't realize it. I have accumulated a lot of stuff since I've been on YouTube. It has just been crazy what I have accumulated. I haven't had this much stuff in my entire life. I never used to buy myself stuff when my kids were growing up. Not that I couldn't, but I always would put them first. If I felt like they needed something, I would always put my children first. And even James, I would think, now what does he need? And I would always put myself on the back burner. And now that they're gone, I don't. Whatever I want, I buy if I can afford it. Y'all, I want to show y'all this pen. Dawn Southern Finds. She's from Louisiana. She makes these pens. This has a little owl on it. I got this from Dawn Southern Finds. I love this pen. I'm a fanatic about pens and paper, thank you cards, notepads, journals. I just love stuff like that. Calendars, not the kind you keep on your desk, but like a book calendar. And now I love writing in the junk journals because I've written a lot in Berkeley's junk journal. What are y'all having for supper tonight? We're having leftovers. We're having leftovers from James's birthday supper. What did I fix? I fixed pork chops, corn salad, homemade macaroni and cheese, green salad, and then I had the onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers in Italian dressing. That's what I fixed for his supper last night, for his birthday supper. Fajitas. Oh my gosh, Sassy, I love fajitas. Chicken fajitas? Are you having chicken fajitas? Chicken nuggets and baked beans for me. Oh. Meatloaf, Brussels sprouts, and red potatoes. Oh, nice. I love meatloaf. I love meatloaf sandwiches. But, to me, meatloaf is always better the next day. Like spaghetti and chili and all that. Chicken and beef. Oh, chicken and beef. I got to come visit some of y'all, man. Y'all have the best sounding meals. I would love to come meet y'all. I would. CJ, oh yeah. Yeah, that is so true. Oh, you're making me hungry right now, Claudette. CJ wants me to come to Florida in October because he decorates his yard for Halloween and everybody's meeting up there. If I get this replacement and it makes me feel a lot better and it takes care of a lot of this fluid that I have, I may fly to Florida. But you know what? I don't know if I can make the drive though. That's a 10-hour drive. 10 hours. But we could stop halfway. We could drive 5 hours and stay in Alabama and then drive on the next day to where CJ is. And the thing about flying, if I get up in that air and something happens to my pacemaker, that's just like going on a cruise. If I go on a cruise and something happens to my heart, I'm out in the ocean. Who is going to be there to help me? I mean, I know God's going to be there, but that doctor on that ship, he don't know anything about it. I mean, that's one reason I've always wanted to take a cruise. But I'm not going to do a cruise and get out there in the middle of nowhere and something happened to my pacemaker. No. Oh, I've been on a train. I love the train ride. Oh my gosh. Riding on the train was so much fun. We did that a few years back when the children were adults. We went from here to New Orleans and we stayed on Bourbon Street. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Hey, Purple, how are you? Welcome in. Oh my gosh, Claudette, you got to come into the States. Get on a train. The Amtrak comes right through Brookhaven, which is 9 miles from me. That's where we caught the Amtrak when we got on it to go to New Orleans. You have got to ride the train to my house. You're tired. What have you been doing, Purple Winks? Why are you tired, honey? What's going on? Or I could get on a train. You could get on a train and we can meet halfway. That's what we could do. First, I need 2 new knees. Yeah, that's what we're praying for you to get 2 new knees. Oh, you took the train from Chicago to Mississippi, Angel? How did you like it? We loved it. We loved the train. I think that was the last. I'm thinking, was that the last family vacation? Now, we've been on little mini vacations, but we stayed on Bourbon Street for about a week and went to the sites and done different things, went shopping, walked Bourbon Street, went to the different shops and everything. I think you're right, Angel. I think you're right. And it's really, unless it's went up in price, it really wasn't that expensive for us to ride the train. I think our ticket for an individual going and, round trip was $47. Round trip, like for us to go and come back, was $47 a person. I think that was the cost of our ticket when we went. Now, I'm pretty sure with all this inflation that we have, it has went up. I hadn't priced a train ticket lately, and I don't know how much they are now, which I'm pretty sure they've gone up. Running errands, got to get the van fixed. Oh no, your van's is broke down. I'm so sorry, Purple. Do you know what's wrong with it? Oh, it's hot here too. Let me see it's overcast today though. Let me see what the weather is here right now. Oh, it's not too bad. It says it's 82, but it feels like 90 with the humidity. It feels like 90. It's not too bad. But we have thunderstorms for tomorrow, thunderstorms for Friday, 80% chance of storms Saturday, thunderstorms Sunday, thunderstorms Monday. Oh my gosh, we got thunderstorms for a week. Oh my. Hey, Wildflower, how are you doing? Welcome in. We took the train from Connecticut to Florida. It was horrible. It was supposed to be 24 hours. It ended up being 30 hours. They lost our luggage. We had to stay in the same clothes. Oh, you didn't have a very good experience. I'm sorry. We had a great experience on the train. Oh, your catalytic converter. $5,000? Oh my God. I just, what year is your vehicle? I think I'd get me just another, if I was going to pay $5,000, I think I'd just get a new vehicle. A good used vehicle. Wow. I didn't know a catalytic converter cost that much. I've had one to go out on my Jimmy. I had a Chevrolet Jimmy and I had the catalytic converter to go out. But I don't remember it costing $5,000. Wow. I have 2 of them, so they are going. Purple, I am so sorry. That is not good at all. When you have car trouble, that is not good. My son works on trains now. He is actually an assistant manager. Oh, nice. Hey, Lisa, we were just talking about you. Your ears must have been burning, honey bunny. Sassy was saying that Colleen may come on with you later, but she also said that Colleen still didn't have electricity. And I was telling everybody to go over to your channel, to your auction, because you have a good auction. Yep, we were talking behind your back, but it was all good. I have a new engine on my van, so I will fix it. Oh, got you. Yes, they do steal them. I have seen a video of thieves thinking they were getting away with stealing, and they can do it really fast. I mean, like go under your vehicle and your car sitting in your driveway, and they just take it in the middle of the night and just leave with it. I've seen videos of that. It's crazy. Oh, she just got power? Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad, because being without power is not good. See, if I go without power, I can't charge my wheelchair, can't charge my phones. I have to have it for my reads for my battery on my pacemaker. I mean, everything I deal with on a daily basis runs off batteries. I'm not kidding. But we do have a generator. I want one of those, the ones you put outside your home, Genamax. What is it called? It's a big thing that sits outside your home. And when your lights go on, my son and them have it on their home. And they're going to have it on the new home that they're building. That when your lights go off, that automatically takes over and powers your home. And I can't think of the name of it, but I want one of those. Lori, what time does your auction start today? Yeah, that's it, Lori. That's it. And there's Colleen. Hello, Colleen. I am so glad that you got lights, honey. I am so happy. There's Colleen. That's who Sassy Mary collabs. She keeps Colleen and Tracy Cates straight. She's the middleman that says, all right, ladies, go to your neutral corners. Quit calling each other heifers. Let's get to selling. Colleen, I saw the picture of the tornado that was right by your house. Who captured that picture? Did you take that picture? I could not believe it was that close to your house. Oh, you have one of those, Lisa? Is it good? Do you like it? Would you recommend it? Would you recommend having one of those? Yeah, I'll go over and see Lisa and Colleen at Lisa's auction today. No, someone down the road took the pic. Oh, Colleen, I'll just look up the weather here. We must be getting the brunt, or it's coming from somewhere. Oh, you would never have a house without one now? I'll have to tell James because he and I have been debating on whether we wanted to get one because he really wants to get one too. I was talking about Colleen. What was I saying? Oh, we're getting your rain, Colleen. For the next 10 days on my weather app, it says we're going to have thunderstorms. My gosh, if we get that much rain, we're going to have 10 inches of rain. I don't know how many days y'all have had rain, Colleen. I don't know. I don't know if it's been days or just a day and a half or two, or I don't know. But we're looking at it. That means I won't be able to get out. We're having rain too, a few more days of it. Oh my gosh. It's been so worth it. Our electric was off for 8 days once. And see, only yesterday. Oh, okay. See, here in where I live, because I live close to the coastline, we have the hurricanes, we have the tornadoes. So a lot of times our electricity goes off. And if you have one of those small generators, and you have to get diesel or whatever they run off of, it makes this loud noise, and it's just like this humming sound that you cannot get away from. Now you're happy you have electricity, so you tolerate the sound. But these things that Lisa's talking about, and I'm talking about, you can't hear it, I don't think, because I think my son said you don't hear it like you do a portable generator. But those portable generators, they're good, but they only light up a portion of your house, which these things do too. A lot of times, I'm sure you can get one that would cover your whole house, and it covers a lot of area. But these little smaller generators, they don't cover a lot of area. They'll probably keep your refrigerator running, your air going. You don't hear it unless you're listening for it. Oh, okay. But that's our next purchase. I want to get one of those, especially with me being in a wheelchair and I need the electricity for my being mobile. I think it would be the best benefit for us to purchase one of those is to get one. The last time, which like I said, we do have one of those portable generators. The Generac is a whole house generator and it kicks in if the electricity is off for. Yes. I think, like I said, Matt and Haley have one on their house, and they're going to have one on their new house. He was telling us that they have got their new house is framed. They've got it framed. They've started putting the roof on it. It's supposed to be finished in December. So the baby's due on October 17th. So the baby will be maybe 2 months old when they move in the new house. She won't even know about the house where they're living now. Now Berkeley will remember it, but Olivia won't. She won't remember that. She won't even know anything about that unless they tell her, "Oh, we used to live over there in that house." But they're going to be living in a cul-de-sac. they're not going to be in the center of the cul-de-sac, like the center house. They're going to be on, like you go into the cul-de-sac and you come around. They're going to be on this side on the end, I think. Having an end lot, like we're on a end lot. We're not between two houses here where we live. End lots in our area are more expensive than having a center lot. Uh, yes, rural. Uh, but not as rural as where I live. Matt and Haley love the subdivision life. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm not saying I could never live in a subdivision, but I don't think I would be a good person to live in a subdivision. I don't want to live that close. Now, my neighbors are close, but not like Matt's. I mean, Matt, you step out his patio door where he has all like his grill and Berkeley's toys and all their carport and all that is. And then you walk a little bit further and there's a fence and then there's the house right there that the neighbors. I don't want to live that I don't want to live that close to people. I don't want to live that close, which Matt says he never even hears anybody and he likes it. But he and Haley, it's a good thing they both like that type of life because see, like my daughter lives their home, they have 4 acres. They have 4 acres when they bought their house. And that's the way my daughter likes to live. She likes to live out away from people. Matt likes to live around people. That's just how opposite they are. They're just opposite. But I like the rural area. I like rural. I don't like to be I don't see how people live in a big city. I don't even know how y'all drive in a big city. When I used to drive and I would drive in Jackson, I would think, what are all these people doing out? Don't they have a job? I mean, what are they doing out at 11 in the morning? Why aren't they at work? Which I'm sure they were thinking the same thing about me. But, I mean, I don't understand how there's so many cars on the road in Jackson at 11 o'clock a.m. How is that even possible? Now, I understand at 8 in the morning, everybody's trying to get to their job. I understand it in the evening when everybody's trying to leave their job. But it's just crowded all day long there. I don't see how people live in a big city and have to drive in it. But Matt and Haley, which Matt's job, he goes around, he's a home health a physical therapist, where you go around to people's home and do physical therapy. It's like he has his own business doing that, and people just contract him out to do things. And he drives all day, every day. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I could do that. I asked him Sunday how many patients he saw last week, and he said 42. I said, Matt, how? He saw 11 patients in one day. I said, Matt, no. And he can choose how many he wants to see. If he wants to see 5 or 6 or 7. And he said, well, it was only that one day. And you know how you leave the hospital and they assign you home health? They want people to come. Well, this person had left the hospital, and he set up a time with them the next day after they come home from the hospital. So he wanted to get him in the rotation. So that's why he saw him or her, whoever it was. Oh, yeah. Yes. But Haley, her job is 7 to 3:30. And Matt's job, he tries to schedule his patients. He'll get up at 5 in the morning, go to the gym. Then he's off to work. He schedules them real early. And he tries to get home. Either he picks up Berkeley or Haley picks up Berkeley. But the great thing about his job is if Berkeley's school, her preschool is off for a holiday or something, he just reschedules everything and he stays home with her if Haley's not off work. So that's the great thing about that, because they don't have any family where they live that can pick her up. Now, if we were there, I would just say, Matt, your dad's going to pick her up. You can just go on to work. But they don't have that because her parents don't live in Louisiana either. They are from Mississippi like we are. So that works out real well for him to be doing that. Taylor's trying to get Lincoln into a daycare, which, oh my gosh, they have waiting lists like I don't know what, because when I have my pacemaker surgery for them to put the new one in, I'm not going to be able to keep him on Monday and Tuesdays because I'm not going to be able to lift him. I'm not going to be able to live for a couple of weeks because of them having to cut and put the new pacemaker in. So I told her, which we do have a backup. My cousin Ann used to run a daycare, and she'll keep him until I get to feeling better. But I told her, I said, you need to go ahead and try to get him in a daycare, because when he gets to where he's walking around, I'm not going to be able to keep up with him. I would not do that to that baby. I would not do that to him, to try to make him stay in an area, a little small area, because I can't run after him. That baby needs to run and play and be active. He doesn't need me to confine him to a small space. I've been trying 8 weeks to see my doctor. Oh my gosh. I'm still looking for a doctor. Can't find one, and we both need one. Used to, I don't know if y'all remember this, and I don't know if it was like this when y'all were younger. Used to, you had a general practitioner doctor, and that's where you went. It was hardly ever heard of that you had a specialist, that unless you had something really, really seriously wrong with you, you went to a general doctor. I mean, we had a doctor here in our little town. His name was Dr. Friedman. He was Jewish. He was an excellent doctor. I'm talking about excellent. I don't know what he put in his shots when you were sick, like if you had the strep throat, or you had a virus, or you had a fever, or whatever you had. He had this certain shot that he would tell his wife to mix up, and you would get it, and then you would sleep, and then the next morning you woke up, you were better. But now they want to send you to specialists. That's all you have is specialists. But, I do too. Let's see. I have a neurologist. I have a general doctor. I have a neurologist. I have a heart doctor. I have an endocrinologist. I have a, let's see, foot for my foot drop. I have the physical therapy thing going on. Let's see, a neurologist, an endocrinologist, a heart doctor. I just have so many. I can't even count them anymore. Yes, specialists I have to, but I need a doctor for referrals. Yes. My doctor is just a general doctor. Yeah, I mean, that's all you really need unless you have something really, really bad wrong with you. I have nurses in my care now. Oh, a gynecologist. I don't want to leave that part out. I got one of those. Hey, Auntie Mama, how are you? Welcome in. I'm sorry I've been missing you in the mornings. I've been sleeping. I've had the grandbaby for a few days, and I've been tired. Y'all, well, Auntie Mama comes on early in the mornings. It's 4:30 my time, 5:30 her time. She is a great lady. You'll want to go over there and visit her. She comes on later sometimes. She's awesome. Y'all need to visit her. The problem is with my doctor is always wants to do a video call, and then they only give you 10. See, we don't do video calls here. I know you don't. Oh, hi, Auntie Mama. I have been sleeping too. Sorry I've missed you. Yeah, Auntie Mama. Uncle Daddy just had surgery on his heart. He did really well. I hope he's still doing well. Um, they hadn't scheduled mine yet, Auntie Mama. They hadn't scheduled mine. I'm still waiting on that call. That's what we were talking about. Doctors, having doctors, just crazy. I wish, I'm telling you, before I got this autoimmune disease, only thing I had was a gynecologist. That was it. I never went to the doctor. I never got sick. I never had a problem until I got this. And now it's like every time you turn around, we want to send you to this person. We want to send you to that person. No, no, no. How's Uncle Daddy doing, Auntie Mama? Is he doing good? Yes, he is. He had his first nurse visit and all thumbs up. Yay! Awesome. That's good news. Tango the cat, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. I started with Crohn's oh no, that's not a good thing to have. It's Crohn's. The last I read was on Beth. What's her channel name? Anyway, she said that the bee lady was doing well, that they didn't think it was the C word, that they're going to take the tumor out and then they'd know more. She's having surgery Friday. It was on Beth's community page. Beth does auctions, and I cannot think of the name of her channel. She said he can eat anything he wants. Oh, yeah, men like to hear that. All right, Lisa, love you. See you at your auction. All right, peoples. Oh, yeah, Grand Old Things, Beth. That's right. Thank you, Lisa. It was on her community tab, Crafty. If you want to go over and read it, she posted this big long post on her community page about it. Well, yeah, I love the bee lady. She is so funny. Okay, guys, I have been on here for over 2 hours. I would love to stay longer, but I don't want to bore y'all. I am going to keep y'all updated. I've got to do a weekly video. I didn't get around to doing a weekly video last week. I had Berkeley and then I had Lincoln, and it just got busy. But I'm going to tape a video later on this afternoon. And I'm so glad y'all were here. And I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I will catch y'all next week on our neighborhood chat. And I love all y'all, and thank y'all for wishing James a happy birthday. And we'll see y'all next time. Love you.